Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Chandrika and this is RIKA Life. Alright, so this is my first time recording without any distractions, any disruptions, interruptions. So I'm very excited. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let's get started. Today I mentioned in my last video that I started making my goals for January, my crochet related goals. And I did get some time the other day to start working through it. And over the weekend, I tackled another item on my list, and that was to create my own beanie pattern with worsted weight. So I had mentioned before that I've done it with bulky or chunky yarn, but I also wanted to create a beanie with worsted weight. So I'll show you the yarn that I chose and I'll show you what I was able to create. It was just, me sitting down and playing around and trying to design something. So this is the yarn that I have used. It is Big Twist Value in the color Pink Ombre. So let me just move my light. So yeah, it has different kind of shades of pink. It has like a darker pink, a lighter pink, like a dusty rose pink. Has a couple different shades happening here. This is a Joanne brand yarn. So this is their house brand called Big Twist. This yarn is 269 yards or 246 meters. It's a 4.3 ounce, 121 gram ball. It does recommend an H or 5 millimeter hook, and it's a medium weight 4. I tried using 2 different hook sizes, so I'll just show you the yarn. It's a decent 4 weight. So I think this yarn could be done with an H 5 millimeter or even an I 5.5 millimeter hook. So I'm going to show you what I made. I wanted to create a beanie, and I kind of have created a beanie like this for a baby girl baby shower present. If I can find that picture, I'll put it up here. If not, don't worry. It was just a small beanie with half double crochets, and then I did half double crochet in the third loop for 3 or 4 rounds to create like a ribbing effect, and it kind of looked knit. And that was just a very small, like smaller than size of my hand baby beanie. I did not write down the pattern for that. I just kind of winged it and then I gifted it. So that's already gone. I don't have that anymore to show you. I'm going to show you now what I did create. So here we go. This is what I did create. This is all using this same yarn that I just showed you, and it just so happened that the color changes worked out with what I was trying to do. So I'll show that to you up close. So these were half double crochets. These are double crochets, and these are half double crochets in the third loop only, back to double crochets, and then I've done a cross stitch, double crochet cross stitch on the bottom. So this is not the first beanie I've ever designed, nor will it be the last, but I did design this and I used an H 5 millimeter hook, which is what they recommend. This pattern ended up fitting my 7-year-old. It would not fit me. Like, I don't even know if it'll go on my head. Probably not. Well, let's see. It's getting stuck because what I did is I did a row of slip stitch at the end to kind of give it, make it snug. So yeah, this won't fit me. I started off with 15 double crochets. So I did 15 double crochets, then I did 2 double crochets in each stitch. Then I did 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets, like an increase round. And then I did a second increase round of 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet increase. So I did 4 rounds of that, and then I think I did 4 rounds of the half double crochet in the third loop. I did 2 rounds of double crochet, and then I did 2 rounds of the cross stitch double crochet, and then I did 1 round of single crochet and 1 round of slip stitch. So my intention with making this was to make this my worsted weight beanie pattern. Unfortunately, this won't fit an adult, so if you do want a kid size, what I'll do is when I finally figure out how to do the adult size, then I'm going to probably just include this somewhere so that you can make it kid size. This fit my 7-year-old really well, and it's a beautiful pattern. So I don't take this as a fail. I just take this as, trial and error. And it turned out very nicely, so it's definitely usable. My daughter can wear it. It just won't fit me. So after I made this, well, you can just see it one more time. So after I made this, I was like, how hard can it be to make this into the adult size? And I was trying to troubleshoot and figure out why wasn't it big enough for me? So 2 things came to mind. Firstly, I used an H hook on this, which was a recommended hook size. So I thought, okay, let me use an I hook. Now I want to tell you, I started a second beanie and I have frogged it at least 4 times. This is what I have now. And this looks more like a coaster than a beanie. You can see I've done those first 4 rows and rounds, and then I started that half double crochet in the third loop. But this is literally like laying flat. It's not a hat. This is not a hat. This is not a hat. It's just laying flat. So clearly I don't know what I'm doing yet. I used an I hook on here, which is 5.5 millimeter. I thought perhaps going up a half hook size would help with the sizing. No, not this time. Then I thought, so I first made this with 15 double crochets in the center. Didn't work. Then I said, let me do 20. Didn't work. Then I said, let me do 18. Didn't work. Okay, and now this last one, I'm not sure how many are here. I think it's 18 again. I guess I don't really know how to make a beanie. I mean, I don't have a tried and tested method to making a beanie. So this would be like the 5th time I frog this, which is fine. I'll frog it again. I don't mind. This is all a learning process. This is part of designing a crochet piece, right? It's trial and error. And if I do want to continue designing things, then I have to get comfortable with making mistakes. So you might see this as a mistake because I was trying to make a beanie. But say I was trying to make a coaster, then well, this is beautiful as a coaster. This would be a really good beginner project. So I might just do like 1 or 2 more rows of the half double crochet in the third loop and just keep this as a coaster because it is laying flat. So let's see what I do with this. Though I do want to use this yarn for the beanie. I have another skein of this. I did use it for my wall hanging right there. That's the same yarn. So it's not a full skein, but anyways, I won't need that much yarn. So I could technically just leave this and then use more of this. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you that it's not a failure. It's just a trial and error, and it's part of the process, right? So you just keep trying and you get better. So now I'm going to, I was actually thinking, I've seen a couple of beanie tutorials on YouTube in the last week. And I've seen in the groups, I've seen people, in the Facebook groups, I've seen people with their finished items, those beanies, and they look really great. So one of my goals for today is to try and make one of those beanies, to follow that designer's pattern. So one is a pattern from Juan the Yarn Addict. I think he had one or two, the Joy beanie and the Color Chaos or something Chaos beanie I wanted to try. And then from Cinnamon Stitches, Jennifer, I wanted to try her, I think Sisu the Dragon beanie or hat. So those were 3 beanies that I wanted to kind of try out. And the reason I want to try them out is so that I can learn how to make my own beanie. So clearly I was able to make my own beanie with this one, but I was not able to make my own beanie with this one. It's the exact same yarn, but it's just the sizing that has me messed up. I remember Crystal over at Bag O' Day Crochet talking, like measuring her hat and showing how wide it should be, and it was somewhere near like 9 inches, I want to say. So I'm going to keep this hat and I'm going to give this to my daughter. I will likely take pictures of it, and I will, I already have written down the pattern for this, so I'll have that. But the new hat that I want to make for the adult size is going to be the same pattern because I really like this pattern. This is my own, you know, mix of the stitches, and I like this. It looked really good on my daughter. So I'm going to work on that. Hopefully today I can make 1 or 2 or 3 of those beanies that I just mentioned. And I will hopefully, through that process, get some tips on how to make my beanie or how to adjust the beginning so that it's curling and it's not flat like this, because this was supposed to be a beanie. So yes, in terms of this yarn, it just so happened that the colors played out like this, but as you can see, it was not playing out in the same manner with my second piece. This is a really nice yarn. I would say this big twist value is definitely a worsted weight. It's not thin like a 3 weight. It is definitely a medium 4 weight, but it's not as thick as like Red Heart Super Saver or like the Walmart Mainstays brand. It's not as thick. So it's also very soft. It's very, very soft. So I have used this yarn for these 2 wall hangings that I made, the heart-shaped wall hangings, and I really enjoyed using the yarn. The color didn't change that much because I didn't use so much yarn on it, but it did change for this, and it is changing here. Like it started off with a lighter color and then it's becoming that dark, deep pink. So it's a really nice yarn. It's not my first time using it. I did buy other colors. So I have that bluish green. And I have also bought the big twist in. So these are the ombre colors. So I have a couple of the ombre colors. And I also bought it in like a, what is it called? I don't know the name of that color, but I have it in my yarn closet. I don't think it's called an ombre. I think it's just another color of big twist. What was it called? I can't remember. Like a variegated yarn, but even more busy. Like it's just changing color all the time. I don't know what that's called. So there's that color that I really want to use as well. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you today's project and today's fail or coaster. And I just wanted to tell you that if you're trying to make your own projects and trying to design your own projects, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. All it requires is some frogging. It requires some patience on your part, and it requires that you take it at your own pace. It's all practice, right? We don't learn things. We're not 100% good at something when we first start, but over time we can get better at something. So this was my project of today that I wanted to share with you. And thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon.